Sports, I'm Aaron Levine, and we start with the biggest news of the weekend. The Packers formally hiring an internal candidate for their open general manager position, which means John Schneider is staying in Seattle. We can all breathe a huge sigh of relief. Now, I'm sure some fans have soured on Schneider the last couple of years, and I get it. There are a bunch of moves that haven't worked, from Eddie Lacy to Kerry Williams in free agency to high draft picks like Malik McDowell and a bevy of offensive linemen who have not yet panned out. But to me, at least, the very real possibility of Schneider leaving Seattle this week was a wake-up call. No way would I want the architect of a two-time Super Bowl team abruptly leaving, especially at such a critical time in this franchise's history. After all, Pete Carroll might say he's not retiring anytime soon, but I'm pretty sure the last thing he'd want to do is move forward with this very delicate transition with a brand new collaborative partner. Not with such little salary cap space and such big decisions to make with aging stars like Michael Bennett, Earl Thomas, and Richard Sherman, and not with uncertainty surrounding the futures of Cam Chancellor and Cliff Averill. To me, Schneider is still one of the best talent evaluators in the league. The Packers' interest confirmed as much. And fortunately, whoever denied Green Bay permission to interview Schneider, whether it was Paul Allen or Carroll or both, they feel that way too. Always compete, even in the offseason, from the locker room to the front office. But that doesn't mean there shouldn't be other changes in regard to the coaching staff. Carroll refused to address potential coaching changes, but it should not prevent them from a critical evaluation of their position coaches, many of whom have had multiple seasons to prove their worth. Case in point, take a look at the Seahawks' rushing numbers the past 2 seasons compared to the previous 4 years. They've gone from a perennial powerhouse in the run game to the bottom third in the league. A 1-year outlier has now turned into 2 years. Subtract Russell Wilson's rushing yards from this, and they would be at the bottom of the league. And then take a look at the amount of quarterback hits the Seahawks have allowed the past 6 years. A notable spike the last 3 seasons, including Russell Wilson getting hit 121 times this past season, the 3rd most in the entire league. Now, I'm not an expert, but it doesn't take one to look at those numbers and say that your $24 million a year quarterback should not be getting hit at that kind of rate. And as Carroll said multiple times this week and will say in our interview later tonight, there is a clear formula for success in the NFL, and a strong run game is a huge part of it. If that's the case, a change or two should be made, or the history we just showed has a good chance of being repeated once again. So what do you